Good morning. It is the 29th of January. Watching little pops while I work on these sets. My cat's like, why are you talking? But I've parted out the smaller friend set, the food. I can't even remember what they have had at this point. I did. The Crimson Firehawk, the smaller friends set, and then I parted out 3 of that friends like ski lodge kind of thing. That one, I had 3 of those that I'd gotten from Lego or from Amazon. I forget now. I got 3 of them really cheap and got those parted out. So I'm finally doing some part outs. I feel like I've been behind on a lot of that. Got another eBay minifig order come in. The best ones. There's a Thanos big fig. There's part of General Grievous in here. Just lots of little nice ones and such. For Star Wars, it was like $200 for a pound and 11 ounces, so not far off from the $100 a pound mark that I like to keep in. It'll definitely be worthwhile once I get all that in. But for right now, working on these poly bags, I got 20 of the space, hover bike one, and so put 5 of them directly into the store. 3 of them I saved the figs to be their own, like just sold as a fig, and then the other 12 I'm going to part out completely, so the fig parting out. And then the Aurora ones, I got 16, and I was going to do the same similar thing where 5 put aside, 3 to be the fig, and then the rest parted out. Then I discovered I already had some of the Aurora bags, so I'm just going to straight part out all of those minus like 3 words, the fig by itself. So the backlog continues to be taken care of, but also to grow. I've got lots of fig sections now. There's the fig section here, the fig section here, fig section here. I think I talked about this last time, so forgive me. Fig section here. Right now, I am going through a lot of it to try to get figures populate for new Hashima / Neo Atlanta. Built a few of them there. Getting close. It is in a week and a half will be the actual show. And I don't think I'll be able to get there for the setup day, so I'm going to probably take my cube this weekend. So I only have 3 days left of doodling on this before I need to call it. So I'm pretty close to being done. It's basically just I need to put a couple more booths up here, and then 1 or 2, like 2 or 3 figs in the bottom, and then a couple figs up here, and then that's done. I'm done with it. Yep, just random parts like road plates set that we use part of it for the kids' table, but the rest of it they don't need those parts, so I was just gonna put them in the store. I've been slowly putting some of the parts from new Hashima that aren't being used into the store. So like I need to do this. It's just a drawer of 1x2 in the medium azure. I used a bunch of them for the tower. Obviously have a bunch left. So a lot of different things. Some stuff I want to eventually work on a second cube, but I think it might take a year off, or work on it but not plan on it being in next year's one, but the one after that. I still have the bottom shelf here of stuff to do. On the middle shelf I had the bin. So I built it's like that castle 3-in-1 set that you could build, like the castle, the siege encampment tower thing, and then I forget what the third one is, some like single tower. So I got 4 of them when they were on like $60 a piece or whatever over Black Friday or one of those sales, and ended up building like one of those 4 where you combine 4 sets. It does have a lot of leftover parts when you're done, so they're all new condition. I've divided them into, here's plants and bars and such. There's bricks, there's flat slopes, etc. So now I just need to actually put them together and put them into the store. So basically just a lot of things that require time in front of a computer. Like these bins of pad parts that I've gotten, or like a bunch of Technic that I pulled from my bin. I need to start filtering back in. This bin that has stuff in the green grocer, a lot of it went into here, but there's a lot of left over that are kind of just damaged parts that I'll probably just keep in a separate spot for building other cubes or other mocks or whatever. Yeah, I had ideas that got abandoned, like these video cube things. I was thinking about using some of those. Didn't end up doing that, but I did use a lot of those video tiles, and I still have a lot of them to go. But stuff that can go into the store until I'm ready to work on another cube kind of thing. I don't need to just have good parts sitting around on a shelf when I can put them in the store. And the store is at 195,000 parts or so. So we probably won't make the 200,000 mark by end of this month, but definitely within the next few weeks, provided I have time to part out stuff. Sorry, Aurora. The last stuff to part out from my my January clearance would be these 2 Dream sets. They're both like 100 or 300 something parts, so it's not going to take very long. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Basically, anytime I stand up from my chair, they jump in it and they start snuggling or fighting. I think I've said it, they're a bonded pair. So they are very fun, very sweet. They will fight and play and wrestle, but then snuggle like I've never seen cats snuggle before. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, and then just kind of thinking of future plans as we move along, like potentially getting rid of the armor, and I could put 2-ish acro units there, maybe two acros and some tilt bins on the side or something like that. And this is an untapped corner completely, so easily could put easily to measure, but probably 2 there, 2 to 3 there, obviously dealing with that corner, and then maybe this one eventually, but I can leave that for now. Guitar, I haven't played that in forever, and I used it as a decoration before I got into all the Lego when I finished my office off and thought I was just going to be animating for the end of my days. So some of that, more sets to part out, cars that I either need to finish or do something with because they're just kind of derping right there and have been for a while. Yeah, so lots to do. Just need time to do it all. For now, I'm gonna have to kick these cats off so I can get to parting out this. Good morning. It is the 30th of January, and I am working on parting out the leftovers from the castle that I mentioned. And I think the fastest way to do this, the most stress-free and less steps process, I basically just dump the set into brick store, one set, and then you can sort by category, and I'm going to go through, count how many of the ones I have for each of those categories, and then just delete whatever's not there. For instance, these corner pieces I know are not there anymore, so I can delete that. These ones I know I don't have any here, they all got used in the build. The black lattice is gone, but I do have smaller windows, I do have the bigger windows, and then the wall panels are up under panels, P. So there's some of the gray and the yellow. I have 3 of the yellow, so I can just put, I already have 3. And then I have 2 of those left over, so I can just put 2. And then that takes care of those. Then basically go through all the bins. And what I've done before for stuff is when I've entered it, like especially for a larger set part out, because I have limited space to be able to do things here. I don't have, a big table that some people will have. I'll have 2 documents going. One of them is for the main, and one of them is for, as I put stuff away, I cut it from this document, put in the other. So I think for now, as I go through, I'll be able to just take both of these and with one hand do this kind of deal. Then that way I'm not adding in anything that's not actually available, so I don't miss like, oh, I added in some of these because I didn't notice that they weren't here, and my memory wasn't remembering that I didn't have any left over. So I think that's going to be the easiest way to go about it. Door. I have 2 of those and 2 of the frames left over, but I don't have any of those bars. So I can just do this kind of thing. And obviously when I have 2 hands going instead of holding a camera, it'll be faster. It is 300 and something lots, so that's a lot of moving, copying, pasting, but that way things are going to be more accurate as far as what I actually have and what I don't have. And then that way I don't have to like scan parts or enter any individual items. I just count what's actually here. Since there were 4 sets, and these are the leftovers from the 4 sets. So I think that'll be the fastest way to do it. If you know of any faster ways, please feel free to share. I'm always open to learning new tips and tricks and techniques and improving my workflow. But it's all pretty well delineated. Nothing that is too crazy as far as like number of lots. That might be a little bit annoying, but just an easy way to deal with the leftovers that are here and being able to get parts back in the store. There'll be a few new lots. I mean, even these 4 things I've done, I don't have any of those because when I parted this in here, parted it out, I went ahead and just copied the values. So I had location information already. And I think that'll be just the easiest. This will just be the easiest process for it. One thing that has occurred from parting out all the space in Aurora poly bags. So I have a number of bins that have all been overfilled now. So I need to go through and do that. I'm going to do that after I do the medieval place, mostly because I forgot to do that first. But I'm sure I'll have some additional ones that will, like, wherever these are supposed to go, I have a bunch of these left over. I know there will be necessary overfilling drawers to put stuff in to be able to just make room. So gonna make use of the drawers. I have 10 drawers that are not occupied currently, and this other one has about half available. So space down there, and then some stuff like these I have a lot of in different colors. I think it'd be better just in a bag. Same with these. I think parts that don't necessarily have high volume. This drawer is entirely 2x2 round bricks with a whole bunch of extra. So I think just putting those in an overflow bins bag will be a lot more space efficient. Stuff like this, I need to color sort these down a little bit more and probably split between 2 small drawers. I think would be the easiest thing to do. But it's, there's a lot of the clear transparent, and there's a lot of those in the dark gray. So just need to split that up more. Pretty sure this is all just this kind of part. So it barely closes, and at that point it needs to be organized differently. So probably put those into a wide drawer, and then put some larger parts with it, like probably put these, take them out of here and put them into the wide drawer that has that. And then that way there's a good contrast of size. So when you're looking through the drawer, it's easy enough to say, all right, well, the small parts are here and then the bigger parts are easy enough to distinguish between each other. Hello, little meow meow. Yeah, so I gotta go through all that. Like these things should just go in a bag. Those are not sold often, and one time I will sell it. It's easy enough to dig in a bag. So yeah, that's part of the process. I got little friends to help as I do it.